Sparky's 506 Adventures. It is another midweek little extra episode, I guess you could call it. There's going to be probably a few more of these now that the weather's getting better. I'm coming over, heading back to the cabin. It's actually a Tuesday today. Prime season to tap maple trees. There's a few trees up along the side of my property and stuff that I'm going to actually go drive some taps in there to, we're going to try to make some maple syrup this year for you guys. So it's going to be kind of neat to do. I've done it in the past a couple times. I get a couple liters every year normally, and we're going to try to tap the trees, and then we come back again on Saturday. There may already be enough to possibly start boiling her down. So I got the kitties with me, Fred and Lou, so it's going to be a trip, just me and them too. Shelly couldn't come over, she's working. I'm kind of lucky, got a couple days off here, not much going on. So anyways, going to spend the night, and love to have you guys along. So hang out for a while, and we're going to show you how to tap some maple trees among a couple of other little projects I'm going to do. Hang in there, guys. Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to be here on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon with you guys. It is absolutely beautiful outside. It is 7 degrees outside right now, which is 44, and 46 degrees inside, which is 8. I got the stove going. We've been here about, half hour, 45 minutes. Cats are bouncing all around. Place is starting to warm up quite quickly, and fairly soon we're going to go outside and we're going to start tapping some trees here before it gets too late in the day. It's only 5 to 1, so got lots of time to do it. But anyways, I will be back, and we're going to go for a walk in the woods, and we're going to start tapping some maple trees in a little while. Well, guys, for reasons beyond my control, there's actually no audio in about the next 2 or 3 minutes of this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to insert a little bit of music here because I do want you guys to actually see me walking up through the woods and that, heading up into where the maple trees are in my property. Anyways, I will. The audio will be back great here in a minute. Just hang in there. Okay, let's try this again, guys. For whatever reason, I had no audio doing that last one, so let's try this. We're gonna do it up here this time. Oh, let's put it in the right way. And then again, as soon, yep, it's getting wet. It's already starting to drip. It'll go that quick when they're these things are running good. Look at that, it's running right down that tree trunk. So we just simply have to put in a little piece of pipe. There we go, that's it. Well, do you see that spurt out of there? It just spurted right out of there. So that one's ready also. So that's 2, guys. Just put a screw to hold it. They should drip out of this one. That's a really good one. Look at that. You guys see that? Watch this. I'll bring it right in close and show you. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? It's already dripping. That's a good tree right there. We're going to get lots of this one, I think. So I put this over here. Slide it on, put a screw. Pretty easy, isn't it? That'll hold it. That guy is going to be a good producer right there, I can tell you that. The other one's dripping a lot slower, but it is dripping. Each one goes at a different rate sometimes. That one there is already dripping. We'll come out here tomorrow and we're going to check and see how much is in this one already. I bet you'd be surprised. All right, guys, this is going to be number 3 tree. Let's do this one here now. We're going to go here. Let's go right here. This is a maple. See how we do with this one. Yep, she's wet. This is the absolute perfect time of year to do this right now, guys. They say your optimum is when it's about -5 and +5. That's about where we are right now. -5 and +5. And in a minute, that should come right out of there, hopefully. Yes, sir, there it comes. See that? Isn't that nice? These are working really well. That guy's dripping away. You can see him dripping too, so this is working really well. Going right according to plan. That one's even crooked, but it'll still work. Still works. Throw a little screw in. Put my little bottle on here. Yeah, these would be easier to empty than what I had before. I bet you'd be surprised when we're going to come out here tomorrow and have a look and see how much is down on these, and you'll be surprised how much is down. But we are just at the start of prime maple syrup season this time of year. How much more Canadian than that does it get? All right, guys, let's try another one here. The first ones are going really good so far. A really good day for doing this right here. Whoops. We're gonna do 10 today. Hate to ream it out like that. Yeah, there it is. It's a little bit of shaving in there. Get it if I can. You don't want anything in there like that can block your sap flow. And again, this is just copper tube, just short pieces of it that I cut. And should be enough to do this, I think. Here's hoping. And we'll just stick this guy on. And put a screw in them. And they may not all flow. I find from previous years, sometimes you tap one, he won't flow. So all you do, take it out and tap another tree. That's all I do. And that just drips. So that one's working also. Just as good. Going according to plan, guys. We're going to end up with some sap. We're going to be making some maple syrup. That's going to be really neat. And we can actually do that with you guys. That will hold that one. That's 4 already. They're all dripping already. This is so cool to see. I've got another right beside this one. So there's 2 right here. Go side by side. This is a double tree. So let's see how we do with this one. Let's do another one here, guys. Go up here a little bit, I think. Try right here. You start it straight and then angle it just a bit. That's the way I do it. And you try to do it in one shot like that without going in and reaming it. You start reaming it in and out and in and out and in and out, and you'll end up making the hole bigger, and then it'll either leak around where you put the tap, which can happen. Well, it's already running down the tree. This is crazy. Squirting right back at me as I'm doing it too. Pretty neat. Need another bottle. Need another piece of wire. Yeah, that one's dripping well already. They're all dripping well. We'll come back up later on for a walk and we'll check them out. See how well they're doing already. You'd be surprised how fast this stuff will start to build up in here sometimes when they're going really well. So, and you couldn't ask for a nicer day out here right now. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely beautiful out. It's a perfect temperature. And again, maple sap starts to run at about -5, which is not even sure if you guys 28 or something like that. -5 to +5 for us is where it'll run. This guy's already dripping. There we go. Screw in there. Another one done. There we go. Right easy. Easy peasy. Just like that. Another one. Alright, boys and girls, we're going to drill this guy right here. Let's do another one. The other ones I've done so far are going fabulous. Already, they're really dripping, so we picked a perfect time to do it. Try right here. Where are we going to go? Right here somewhere. Yeah, the proper thing to do this, they call a spile. It's just like a pile with an S. S-P-I-L-E. And I might actually buy some of the proper ones. They're not expensive to buy. This copper pipe works. The proper ones are better, obviously. But this does the job. And in just a minute, that's going to run out of that guy. Guaranteed. Doesn't take them long at all once you put them on. There it goes, first strip. Crazy, eh? Pretty neat. Pretty friggin' neat, I think. Already dripping. This one's really good. It's really dripping. Wow, is this guy? Holy goodness. You want to see this one going? Wow. Wow. Let me show you guys this. I'm going to take this bottle off for a sec. Watch this. Watch how fast this one's dripping. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And I just drilled that hole. This will fill this bottle up in a day or two. Guaranteed. That's what we like to see. Pretty cool, eh? Alrighty, here we go again. Let's do one more. I still got 3 more to go, I think. So, drill another hole. Absolutely amazed how good it's going so far. Right here. Go a little bit higher. Yeah, it's already wet. Crazy how fast that goes in there. How fast it comes out of there. last year when I did it, the pieces of pipe, look at that, it's already dripping. Can you guys see that? When I did it last year, the pieces of pipe I used were a little bit smaller in diameter, and a lot of them plugged up and I drove them in because they were too small and they caught a lot of bark on the way in, so I didn't get that much sap last year when I tried. This year, I think this might be a game changer. Here, look at that thing dripping. That is really going. Running the way it should be. We have 3 more to do, guys, so hang in there. And we're going to get this process done today. I'm probably going to come back on the weekend and put more, but I've only got, I didn't bring enough pieces of the copper. I should have brought more. And again, I want to try to get the proper stuff if I can. But look at that thing dripping. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Just running. Just a running. So nice to see. I'm going to put a screw up here to hold him. It's funny, there was another YouTube channel I seen buddy using the oh, got myself with the thing. Another YouTube channel I saw buddy using the 2-liter bottles. And again, this is going to be something that they're going to have to be dumped. They'll definitely be full by the time we get here in the weekend. Each week. I might have to come over midweek and empty these. Another tree right here, right to the left of this guy. Very easy to do. Keep them close, and that way you don't have to travel far. There's actually a chute here I could do, but I'm not going to do that chute also. I'll just do this guy. That one there, ever dripping. Wow. And this one's running also. So every one of these are going to be a good tap so far. They should all run at about the same rate too, and if they don't, I'll tap another tree. There we go. Oh, see that spurt out of there? Oh man, oh man. That one's ready too, guys. Just going. You guys up nice and close while I do this one. 2 left to do, so let's get her done, guys. Let's get her done. Drill a hole. I don't know if this one's going to run good or not. We'll try it. Try it right here. Yep. Everyone. It's a bit of bark right there. Yep. That's okay though. It won't pull out, so it's not going to drive in. So we only got 2 more to do, guys. Running on the taps here. Spigots or whatever you want to call them. Pipe. There you go. Spit right at me, look. Isn't that crazy? These things are ready. They could not be any more ready. You can see that dripping already out of there. Isn't that wild? These trees are ready to give me their sugar. It is such a neat thing, I think. Some of these things that you can actually get free from the good planet we have. The resources. Fiddleheads are one. I love fiddleheads. I wish they were around here. They're not. I do know places we can go fairly close. We could pick them. And you know, different things like that are so nice. Mushrooms is something I would like to get into. Learning how to forage mushrooms that are good edible ones that aren't poison. Shelly's nervous that we'll pick the wrong ones and end up poisoning ourselves, but I think we could figure it out. There's the only got 1 more to do, guys, after this. Yeah, she's nervous that we may get the wrong ones. I think we'd be okay, but anyway. Whoops, drop that screw. There it is. Let's try her again.
dripping hard too. One last tree we're going to find here. This is going to be the last one for now because we're running out of supplies here, guys. Again, these are going to fill up quick. They're going to be surprised how fast these fill up. So we'll see here soon enough. Moss on this guy. I don't know if that's a bad sign or not. We'll try drilling him and see if it comes out. Oh, it's alive. See if it's wet. Yeah, there it goes. Sometimes it takes them a minute. Some of them aren't quite as fast as the others when they start to spurt it out like that, but and make sure there's no bark in there. Stuck right in there, but I might get some of the proper spiles, they're called. And it's kind of neat to do it the right way. All different ways to do it. This is my way. Everybody has their own way of doing things. This is my way of doing this one. So, hope this guy starts here in a minute too. He should. Normally doesn't take them. There he goes. Isn't that crazy? Little spurt. There it goes. Unreal. Yeah, every one of these are going to give me some syrup, some sap. And it's up to me to cook her down. And I'm going to tell you what. When we did it a couple years ago, we did it inside on the stove, and that night was 32 degrees in the camp. 32 Celsius, whatever that is. Hot. Way too hot. We couldn't sleep. Opened all the windows, everything else, trying to just cool off at night because it was so hot in there. So that's not going to happen again. So, this guy on. They even have a nice, let's see there, the hole in the hose is tight enough. I could actually put that on there and it probably wouldn't even fall off, but once they get full, they're going to be a lot heavier. But it gives it a good seal anyway, then I'm not going to get water in them. Kind of protects it a bit. There we go, boys and girls. That's my first 10 trees are tapped for the maple syrup season this year. This is going to be really cool to show you guys how you do this. We are done for now, guys. We are going to head back over this way. That was super cool, that's all I can say. To get done. This one's dripping really well already. You guys see in there close? Look at that. She's dripping away. Let's see how they're all doing. This one here is dripping a little slower, but it's dripping. They all are. That's a really good one here. That one's going really quick. About the same rate, I guess. I wouldn't say any quicker, but then we get a couple more over here. So let's go for a little more of a walk here. Watch the tree branches. Oh yeah. Boys, there's a good one. Look how much is in the bottom of that already. And I just started this process. They all have some already in them, so every one of them already has sap in them. This is probably the slowest one. And if I remember from previous years, this was a slow one, and if it's not producing by tomorrow, I'll move that guy. Because he's not dripping real hard. First one I tapped. It's kind of funny, yeah? Yeah, that guy's not really going very much. You know what? Yeah, there's a drop. Really slow build up. I think I'm going to take that one out. Yeah. And we should go do another one maybe. But this guy's really slow. Alright guys, we get one last tree here. I remember that one from last year didn't produce well either. So it's not going to produce well this year, obviously. And this guy, if I remember right, did produce nice. Let's try him. That's definitely a maple. Oh, there it goes. It's a good one. That one's a good one, I think. Running right down. It's already down to here. Running right down the trunk. If it runs like that, you know it's going to be good. It runs quick right off the bat, right? Yeah, there it goes. That's a good one. It's a real good one. This guy should work. Not better than that other one. No point in messing around with a tree that doesn't want to produce. And I do remember that last year. I should almost tag that one over there so I know leave him alone because he's not a very good sap producer. This guy's dripping. Better. There we go, guys. We are done. D-O-N-E for now, anyway. Whoops. Keep yanking on that cord. Alright, we gotta head her back to the building. Alright, guys, let's get out of here. The trip in, there was no audio for whatever reason. Trying to use my wireless mic on this thing. For whatever reason, it didn't work through the wireless, so I'll take you with me back out anyway. Look at that. Man, those things are dripping. That one ever dripping hard. Nice to see. They're all dripping. So we're going to have a good little harvest on it with maple syrup. That's so neat to share it with you guys. Show you how to actually make it. Process it. I can just tell by looking at these that there's no way they're going to last a week without being drained. They're going to be definitely over full. I almost need some buckets and drop lines, they call it, and that's what most people use. It's an actual hose going down, and you sit your buckets on the ground. But there's not really that many trees up in here to do. I'm not that serious about it. If I could get another 8 or 10, if I could have 20 up here, I'd be really happy. Because I've got, well, that's 10 so far. That's a good start anyway. Back down to the bush. It's such a beautiful day out here right now. It's unbelievable. Couldn't be any nicer. Spring is right around the corner. Can really feel it today. Really feel it. Head her in the camp for a bit, see what the kitties are doing. Maybe later on we'll go for a quick walk up there and we'll see how high the sap is. But just before dark we'll go for a walk. It's about, I think, 3 o'clock right now probably. Have to check and see. But anyway, nice to have you guys along again. Definitely, I do like this. And again, once this weekend we come back, I'll bring more either pieces of copper pipe, like I use, because they work the very best. I should have brought more. I don't know why I didn't. Anyway, that's Davy. Oh, that's right, Davy Dum Dum. Anyways, I get all this stuff tucked away for now, and we're gonna head in the cabin for a little bit, I think. What I'm gonna do later on too, this old solar panel down here by the floor, I'm gonna hook it up, power it, wire it. I'm gonna sit it up by the brook somewhere there where I can get some light at it too. So I'm actually gonna use it to keep like my battery topped up in here, or maybe even charge up my, my battery for the lights in here, or whatever. But anyway, let's head in the cabin. Well, boys and girls, let's go for a walk again. And let's go see how our stuff is doing. I didn't have any audio on the last trip going out here. So let's go check it out and see. Make sure all our trees that we tapped are doing what they're supposed to do. Let's go for a quick little walk out here. We'll go up and check them out. Hopefully I've got audio this time too. There's nothing worse than walking along and trying to talk to you guys and nothing's coming out. So I'm sure there's times people don't want to hear. Anyway, that flower bed, ready to clean that up. I'm going to even come out here probably with a rake tomorrow. Maybe look at the front field. I might clean some of that up tomorrow actually. Same as down in front of the cabin, down close to the brook. I might clean up some of those old hostas and, excuse me, rake all that stuff out of there. Deer tracks right in through here. Let's go up through the bush. Let's go check. Whoops. Let's go check out our taps, I guess you call them. Go for a little hike. Beautiful day for it. I'm gonna start flying my drone more. I have a drone, and I'd like to start flying that too. A little bit sometimes. Oh, that one's looking good so far. Wow. That's already up to there. Look at that. See what's in that? That's crazy already. Only been here a couple hours. 3 hours. They've been stuck in these trees. Wow. Yes, sir. Now this one. Well, check this guy out. How much is in that already? This one here is doing well beside it. They're all looking awesome so far. Yeah, every single one of them. Every single one. Holy God, look at this one. Wow. Look what's in that. This is not going to be nearly big enough containers. Every single one of them. You see how much is in these? Okay. It's only 6 o'clock at night. I just did these at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So the issue is going to be, I don't think a 2-liter bottle is going to be enough unless I can dump them every day, which I can't. So, my last two up here. Oh, this one here. They're all about the same. And they've all got, like I say, consider them a lot. I will be, yeah, even that one up there. And there's a bunch more over here I can tap. There's more up the hill I can tap. There's more over there. So I'm going to hopefully tap another 10 this weekend. And we're going to be processing already because I'll probably have, these are all going to be full. I'll probably have to dump these tomorrow. Hard to say. That's quite surprising and pretty nice to see. That, man, oh man. Pretty cool. Hard to believe. They're running well. And that first tree there, I took it off of that because whatever reason I moved one. That one wasn't performing at all. It wasn't hardly dripping. So we had to move one. There's a little bit of firewood right there. Some of this deadfall stuff, better than nothing. Something to burn. But anyway, that is very cool to see. Very, very cool. Those are going to be full though. 2-liter is not going to be nearly enough for those trees. And we should have, this should be just the start of the season. So there should be probably 3 more weeks easily that I can do this. So until it gets too warm. Again, -5 and +5 are your best range of temperatures when it goes down to about -5 at night. +5 in the daytime. The snow is getting rotten out here. But that's supposed to be your best all around. Anyway, for the sap production, that's when the trees, the sap starts to run the best. -5 and +5. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to come out with the rake, clean some of this stuff up. Tin Man's right happy. It's going to be a new year. It's going to be a good day for a good day. And as you guys can see, it's this field ever bearing up quickly. Like, look at that, how fast the snow is going out here. Isn't that nice to see? Rock on. Can't wait for the good weather. It is not far behind. I mean, the road is even partially bare up here already, so it will not be long at all. Beautiful. Well, that was pretty cool, guys. Out there checking the containers. I can't believe there's like that much in a couple of them already. I'm gonna have to do something. That's not gonna work. You know, if I was here every day, but I'm not. I'll be, you know, 2 or 3 days worth, and they're probably going to be over full. So I'm going to have to figure out something a little different, I guess, for container size. I don't think they're going to be big enough. A lot of people use what they call a drop line. They put the what is it, spile? Yeah, it's like pile with an S. A spile is the proper name. You can get their little T-shaped ones, and then a hose comes down, and they call that hose the drop line. A lot of people will put the spile in the tree and put a bucket on the ground under it. Now, I may have to get into some kind of setup like that, but the problem is, if I want to tap 20 trees, I don't want 20 buckets up there. So that's a lot of cost to get set up and get all, get into food grade buckets and everything to keep all that in, because you really don't want to just put it in anything. So again, anyways, that was really motivational to see that that's taken off so fast. We're going to go out in the morning and probably dump them and see how much we can get out of it already. But anyway, I already had my supper, had some, had a nice salad, a nice vegetable salad with some feta cheese on it, which was actually really tasty. Snacking away in that a little bit, might have a little bit more a little bit later. Going to kick back here, enjoy the evening. Right now, going to have a wonderful night here. It's quiet. Fred's sitting outside in the catio right now, and Lulu, excuse me, Lulu is sitting right by the bar, taking her easy. So nice and warm. It's 24 degrees in here, 4 degrees outside. So, it's basically 40 outside, 75 in here. So it's pretty cozy day in here, and it's nice to see that spring is literally right around the corner, as they say. Mud season is coming next. And then, oh goody, the black flies. They'll be wonderful, because they get bad here too. So that won't be as fun when I'm swatting at flies all day long when I'm talking to you guys, but that's the next part of the process around this place. But I'll deal with it as I do every year. So anyway, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm just going to kick around. Might even have myself a coffee. Go figure. I don't drink a lot of that or anything, do I? Look who's down here hanging out with Daddy-O. What you doing, Fred? Fred's going up. No, Fred's going to get something to eat. That's what Fred normally does. Well, Lulu likes laying up here. There's all kinds of cozy places. Couches, chairs, beds, everywhere. Lulu would rather sleep up here on a breakfast bar. So for whatever reason, Fred, well, he kind of normally sleeps in the loft at night. But anyway, it's nice to have them here. It's definitely nice to have their company. They're good company, these two, for sure. No, this boy right here is pretty good company, aren't you, Freddy dude? He loves his dad. He doesn't love when his dad catches him, puts him in a crate for an hour to bring him over here, but he definitely loves his dad. It's funny, too, when I leave them home and that, when I come over here for a day or two, when I get home, he just shadows me big time. He won't leave me alone. And then he's a typical cat. You know what a cat's like. They'll come to you when they want to come to you. And when they want to come to you, you better give them some loving. A dog, they want loving all the time. Cats, not so much. It's kind of on their terms. But again, yeah, when I come over here for a couple days, Fred would actually show that he missed me. But normally, he just, he plays hard to get. Well, anyways, guys, giving Lulu a bit of loving here. Getting later on in the evening. We're going to be heading to bed fairly soon. And can't wait to get up in the morning boat and see how much sap we actually collected overnight. I bet you there's going to be a fair amount in those little pop bottles already. Lulu says hello to everybody. Fred's upstairs hiding somewhere. So, anyways, I think I'm going to sign off for the evening. I will talk to you guys in the morning. We're going to go for a little walk. We're going to see how we made out there. And I'm thinking I may do 2 nights here anyway. I may keep you guys here for a bit and make a real long video and just hang out for a while. I'm not sure. I might split it up into a couple. But anyways, I think I'm going to shut her down here in a little bit. And I'll talk to you guys in the morning. You guys have a great night. How you guys doing this morning? Current situation, making breakfast here. I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm not going to film it all like I do every time. Cats were actually pretty quiet last night. Lulu slept with me, and I don't know where Fred was. Must have been upstairs. Some nights he just runs around like a terror. I didn't hear him once all night, so it was kind of nice. I had a really good sleep for a change here. Not that I don't always have a good sleep. Lulu's passed out on the rocking chair in front of the wood stove right now. Fred is outside in the catio, actually checking out some of the squirrel action going on in the yard, I think, already this morning. I got a big day planned here today. Got a bunch of stuff I'm going to do. I'm going to film some of it as I do it. After I eat my breakfast, going to take a run out. Going to check on the, see how the bottles are doing out there. Dripping at the maple syrup, or maple sap. Not syrup yet. I got to make syrup. We're going to check that out. And I also want to do some yard cleanup a little bit. Going to take my rake, going to go down by the brook here around all the solar lights and stuff, and I get some hostas and stuff down there. Just clean up the dead growth and rake some of the old branches and that broke off the trees over the winter. Do a bit of a cleanup. I might even go to the front flower bed around Tin Man, do the same things. I got hostas and a few plants in there. I'll get rid of the old growth and get ready for a new year to come around. So anyways, I'll film some of that while I'm out here today. So I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes after I eat my breakfast. We're going to go for a walk and check on the sap to start. See you in a bit. Looking at the sap in this one here today, we didn't get much since yesterday. It's about 11 in the morning. It was quite cold last night, so what's in this is almost frozen right now. So once it warms up a little bit here, it'll start running again here today. This one here did really well. This tree did the best of probably all of them. That's already up to here. That's crazy for one day. Not even a day. Back here a little bit, you can see that guy's doing really well. Best of all. You can see though, they all have a certain amount in them. And again, we'll come back here late today before supper. It's going to warm up. And hopefully it'll start running here again today. There's not that much here yet. Well guys, we are outside here. And I'm going to rake all down along the brook. It's that time of year again. I do this every year to clean up all the crap from the year previous. And all the tree branches. And all that, and why not clean it up and make it look good down here. I mow it. I mow the grass down, so it looks good down there when she's all cleaned up in the summer. I usually use a whippersnipper to mow it because it's quite rough here. So, but anyway, give me a second here to. I'm going to move fairly quick, so I'm going to have to move the camera a few times to show you guys what I'm doing here. Let's move right along here, get some of this stuff. It looks so much nicer when this is all done every year. Nice that the snow's gone down here. I don't think we're going to see much more. Not this year, actually pretty well done. This is a hosta right here. And I've also got tiger lilies down here I planted. And they both do quite well in the summer. This big tree right here is dead. This guy, look up, look way up. It's a really big tree. See if I can get up here for you guys. It's hard to see the top. Anyways, it's been dead a couple years. It's starting to rot quite good, and the woodpeckers got the other side all torn apart on it now. Just got to come down. I'm not looking forward to it. Let's keep raking. I had the opportunity 2 years ago to drop it when the brook was frozen right over in the winter, and I should have dropped it on the ice. And I could have, and I didn't. And it was a week later that the ice went out that year. That's when we lost the beaver dams. So it was kind of crazy to think. Okay. Yeah, the bark is all torn off this side of the tree. The other side, the bark's all missing off it. Show you guys in a minute here. Something's been at it. Probably woodpeckers. I get the big pillated, I think they're called woodpeckers here. The great big ones. I get them here quite a bit. So. Show you where the woodpeckers got it all torn apart here. Right there, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's all woodpecker damage, all the bark off the tree. So this big guy's got to come down soon. This is the year for him to drop. And this next one, I'm going to just carry the camera. Hang on a minute. This one over here is just as bad. But it's not dead yet. There's a bunch of bark starting to come off. You can see all the holes in the base here now. This tree's actually still alive. Like those right there, those are fresh. Look at that, those are fresh bore holes right in there. That's old school. But as I look up here, this tree's still alive. But these two here actually, this big one, the one closest to me, and the next one, you can see the bark off it there easier now. That one and this one right in front of the camera here, they're both dead. One in front of the camera is 90%. It's not totally dead, and the other one of the bark off is obviously totally dead. All these trees along the brook here are slowly dying. Alright guys, I have never cleaned this birdhouse out since I put it up a couple years ago. And the squirrels have it full. Absolutely full. So let's actually take the lid off and see what's going on in here. Because it's been here a few years. The birds will be used to it now, and it would be neat if the birds wanted to use it this year. I bet you it's full. And the crap in there. Squirrels. For sure. Get all this out of here. Look at all this. All that. I guess a bird could have used that for a nest. But we'll clean it all out nice. I need a stick. It's kind of dirty in the bottom. So we'll clean it all out. Because it is kind of nasty in there. Actually, it's wet. They wouldn't like that much. There we go. There, clean her up a little bit. First time I've ever done that since I built these things years ago. It's kind of silly. I know there's squirrels are probably just going to grate back in them and use it for a house. I've got another one over there. I can see they're chewing the hole bigger. It's probably that fat guy that thinks he moved in over here. He's going for permanent residency, so he's going to increase the door size. This is too small to get him in. One of them guys. Anyways, that's pretty good down in there. And I can say there was a lot of water in there. Actually, it's quite wet. They're not wet, just there's so much stuff packed inside it. And I should almost have a little drain hole probably drilled in the bottom of this maybe. But for now, we're just going to put the roof back on and see what happens. And put her back up on the tree. The little birdhouse. I think it's kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute actually. Up here. Right there's a good spot. Then I can see it from the window, right? If I do happen to go in it. That's ironic because there was a squirrel right in the tree right here watching me do this whole thing. He's probably saying thanks. He's going to be in here before I get over to that one. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, this one here's funny because they got the hole chewed huge in the door. This one. Huge. Anybody in there? I've been chewing all around it. Makes me nervous here. Could be a squirrel in this thing. Wouldn't that be a video? I think it definitely needs a cleaning. We're going to check it anyway. Be something that a squirrel come out of there. No. Bunch of grass and stuff in it again, eh? Kind of dirty. It's just not the cleanest in there in the bottom. You can see the squirrels, I think, have got stuff in there. So, you never know. It's possible if I clean these out, maybe birds would go in them. That's frozen in that. You know what? I'm going to go right to the garage and clean this out. I'll be right back, guys. Well, there we go. The stuff is actually almost frozen in the bottom. Look at the hole he's got. Look at the way they got this all chewed out in the front. Isn't that ridiculous? They get this chewed here. It's actually chewed inside. They've been chewing. They have been chewing. Critters. And to think I put food out. And not directly for them, but they get it. I could make it a lot harder on them. But I'm a nice guy. Yeah. Critters. Let's back up anyway, guys. There we go. I'm sure they'll be moved in a couple minutes. That won't stay like that for long. Baby squirrel's back in it. Give this front flower bed a little bit of attention here. This is a tiger lily. Another one over here. There's a couple hostas in it. I need to put some more bark in it. It's kind of nice to give it a natural look too, though. There is a, what do they call it? Lily of the Valley. It's one of them here. Not sure how it's going to do this year. It's going to come back or not. Hopefully it will. They're a beautiful plant. Lily of the Valleys. And they like shade, as people would know. What I'm going to do is run my chipper shredder, and then probably some of the bark, the mulch I make with that, I'll probably put in here. Give me a bit of a natural mulch. So it's just nice to clean it up. Some of the crap out of it from the previous winter. Tree falls. Bit of bleeding heart down in the front, which is nice. That came in okay last year. Hopefully it'll come back. There's a hosta right here at the corner. I got a few of them in here, and each year I'm going to split them, divide them, move them around a bit. Just going to throw everything over here. Good spot for fill. Spot for fill. There we go. That gets the bulk of it. Looks a lot better already, doesn't it? Cleaning it up. Again, I'll do the other side. I got my solar lights fixed. They'll all be lit up tonight. I had to clean them yesterday, clean the contacts. So now they'll work for me. Keep going here, guys. Some of this dead stuff off here. The big pieces. This is phlox. Little piece of phlox right here. This is a peony right here. Hopefully he'll come back this year. Last year was his second year. The first year he didn't come in very good, but I put it in by a bulb. It was only a bulb I bought. So hopefully this year the peony will come in nice. And this is a hosta right here, a big one. Top of the leaves. The deer love them, as you guys would know. And I do get deer out in this front field here, right back. Throw it over the edge. It's so nice to be able to play in the dirt. Love playing in the dirt, always did, always will. It's one of those things. And yeah, these will light up tonight. They look nice when they're all lit up. Oh, my solar lights. These are little rocks from the dollar store that glow. Glow in the dark. Anyway, looks better. Some of that crap out of there. Clean that up a little bit. It's funny, I find when I listen to the audio in some of these videos, it sounds like I huff and puff, and it sounds like my breathing is terrible. But it's just this mic is so sensitive that it picks up everything when you run a cordless or wireless mic like I'm using. You can really hear it. But trust me, I I'm not going to die tomorrow. Sometimes I think I sound like it in the videos. But anyway, a little bit more over here. That'll be it. Side by side coming, sound of it. Saw them going by earlier. Looks better. I may work on my little solar panel next, which is under here. What this is 4 glass panels. These are old school. I used to use these in my camper when I had it, my truck camper. And then I started using them on the hot tub. They're filthy, as you can see. But anyways, and these are actually glass. 2 of them are cracked because the snow cracked them one winter on me, but they still work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them up in the window. I'm going to test them and make sure they all work. And if they do, I'm going to connect some wire to them, and I'm going to run them out by the brook out there so I can get some power into here. I have a small charge controller I'm going to use. I already have that here, a little tiny one I've had for a while. I'll hook that up to it, and I've got a bunch of wire. I've got a 100-foot roll of wire. And what I'm going to do is put connectors on it so I can charge my bike batteries in here or whatever I want, right? That's the way I want to do it. So I will put a wire on it with some clips. Yeah, I'll put a wire on it with some clips that I can plug on a battery, and it'll be easy peasy that way to charge my lawn tractor battery, or actually my rototiller is even electric start. It's got a battery on it too. So if I want to trickle charge those and I'm not here, I'll use that. And there's also, whoops, and there's a battery in here for the LED lighting also. So I got lots of batteries I can charge. So it's only, these are not high wattage anyway. These are like 7 or 8 watts each. So this thing's like 28 or 30 watt panel. It's not much. But again, with this little charge controller, should be all I really need in here. So let's I'm gonna go in the camp and that for a second, get some stuff, and I will be right back. All right, well, back here in the garage. So what I gotta do first, I've tested all 4 of these, and all 4 are actually putting out power. So I literally have to connect all 4 wires together, and this is not gonna be easy. These wires are getting old and they're getting really brittle. So I have to be really careful. Even just to strip these, they just want to break. These aren't going to work forever, that's for sure. They'll work for a while. So what I want to do is get all these connected, and then all the positives, all the negatives. Then we're going to hook wire to it and extend it. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's too bad I can't replace the wires on these, but what I'll do eventually, someday I'll buy a decent solar panel on sale, probably a 50 watt or something. It's all I need to kind of trickle charge batteries on some of my equipment in here. Nice to have that, but like I say, that's as primitive as it gets. This isn't my normal repairs. My shop repairs are done a little better than this. Whoops, and that is terrible cheap black tape. I mentioned that. We're even going to hook these both together just to keep everything connected. And then I'm going to take the panel up by the brook, sit it out there. If I tip it that way, the weather won't go down in it, at least. It'll sit, that'll be my top and bottom. So let's go put this by the brook. Let's find an area over there that looks decent and see what we can do. And then we're going to run the wire back in here somewhere. In up through the floor or somewhere here. Then we'll hook the little charge controller on and see how we do. Here we go, guys. I think what I'm going to do is just lean it against this little tree here. So I'm just going to use my lopping shears, and these are just alders and a bunch of garbage right here around it. So I'm going to open it up so I get some sunlight here. These are alders. Every one of these are. When they leaf out, you won't be able to see the panel. So alders are not a good plant, obviously. They're garbage. They suck all the nutrients out of the ground, is all they really do. So anyway, they're going to be gone here soon. So we just got to cut all these. That's all, because I want to get some sunlight in here. There won't be enough sunlight the way it is. Chop my Fisker cutters, cut some nice. Work amazing. I need to get a beaver in here. I need to hire myself a beaver. I won't get sunlight all day here, but I'll get enough again to keep my batteries topped up. That's all I'm going to need, I think. Just thin it out. It's a nice area in here. I've always liked it in here around. I always thought it'd be cool to have a little mini cabin in behind here. Little guest house. Be a nice spot for it. I'm gonna cut all these. They all gotta go. That's all I'll really need here. So let's move the panel over just a bit. And that's all I'm going to kind of do with it, guys. Sit it there. That's all it needs. Nothing elaborate. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, no harm done. Well, here we go. You can see my 14-2, it's buried underground over there, and then here it's exposed. I'm just going to run a bunch of extra wire off of here, and I'm going to put it right in through where that wire is. It's like it lots inside where I cut it, obviously. There we go. That'll do it. Run it right in through there. It doesn't have anything too elaborate. Run it right in through. Should fit right in here. Oh yeah, that goes right in. So what I'll do now is go inside and we'll take you back in. We're going to pull that wire in, and we're going to hook charge controller on. See if we can get any power to this bad boy out there. We might have to move the panel. We're not sure yet. Okay. This is just a cheap Coleman, one of those cheap little controllers that came with my panel that I bought. We're going to use it because hopefully it'll work better than this cheap controller, which doesn't even work. So now we have to hook this guy up, positive to, that's positive. Oh, what's striped there? Black to negative. We're going to pull this one back that way this time. Broke again, that awesome tape. Don't ever buy the cheap stuff at Canadian Tire, because that's what that is. Cheap electrical tape. Okay. One more, and then we're going to hook it on. That little green light should go off. And it's going to take it a long time to charge that battery, but you know what? It'll keep that battery charged up. It's enough for that. So, for again, my lawn tractor battery or whatever, it'll charge all those. Very slowly, but it will. Trickle charge. Most trickle chargers are only like half an amp anyway, so that's all I need. And this is good for 8.5 amps total. That panel will never put close to that out. I won't get a couple out of there. 2 amps. 3 amps maybe. I doubt even that. I think I could work it out. Anyways, how we doing? That on there. As soon as that's awesome. That's the way it's supposed to work, boys and girls. You see that on the charge light, the green? As soon as I hook it to that battery, boom. So that battery is now slowly, we're talking slowly, but slowly getting charged. So it actually worked. Happy camper. Now I got to tape it up a little better, some of those wires. But it's working. We're charging the battery, so now I can charge stuff out here in the garage. Which I think is a nice little bonus. Could never do that before. There we go, and I get my tape going too. Oh, it's all coming up daisies now, guys. All coming up daisies. We're going to check the voltage in that battery in just a second. Then we're going to go in. We're going to see what we got here. What do we got for battery voltage? Right now we have 12.26, 12.28. It's actually slowly going up as it's putting power in. 12.27, 12.3. That is about a 50% charged battery. 60%, I think it is. 12.7 is actually fully charged, and it's hard to believe how big a difference voltage is when you're running on a battery bank and stuff. And you'll learn pretty quick to go from 12.7 volts down to 12.3 or 12.2. Your batteries are almost dead. When you hit 12 volts, your batteries are done. Like you're going to get nothing out of them. Like it's that bad. People think, oh, 12 volt battery. No, it's not. They're actually 12.7. So just something to remember. A normal flooded lead acid battery, and that's what I'm using. They're called a flooded battery. But anyways, nice to see that project go now. I'll loop this wire all around something, just wrap it up, and I will wrap this part of the video up. Talk to you in a little bit. Not going to bore you guys with too much raking today, but I just raked this whole area in here too. Does it ever look so much nicer when this is all cleaned up in here and all raked? It's like a little private park here on the side of the brook. I love it. What a beautiful day. Well, guys, I've been thinking this one over, and here's the deal. This is a midweek kind of a, I'm not going to say an extra video, but it's not one that I had really planned on. Tree tapping Tuesday. Well, it's already Wednesday, so I've already done one night. Filmed a lot of stuff already today, quite a bit of stuff, and I'm going to spend another night, so I'm going to have way too much footage here because I'm going to keep on filming. I got things I'm going to do today. I have way too much footage here for one video, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off with you guys now. Basically, I'm going to use this to end off this video. And again, you guys, you know, kind of hung out today. We did some property cleanup, tapped the trees yesterday, and blah blah blah. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to head up and check on the sap and all that, see how it's running. When I went out early this morning, it was still frozen. It's warmer now. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's up to about 3 degrees now. It was actually below freezing. Again, I'm not going to show you any of this right now. This is going to be my next video that's going to start here in a couple minutes. So it was wonderful to have you guys here again for this experience, and it's going to be really cool because probably by Saturday, I'm hoping this is going to be 2 videos ahead. I'm hoping to actually have enough of the sap to actually start processing and make some syrup and show you guys how I make maple syrup. So that's going to be really, really interesting, I think. And that was kind of nice. I got my little solar panel all hooked up. You guys seen all that. Charge controller is working. That battery is got a slow charge going on it now. I can see the green light is still off, so it's definitely nowhere near fully charged. But again, anyways, my day here, I'm going to cut short now. If you guys like some of this content, and I assure you it's going to get totally different from here on out because I can actually be outside now, start doing things. I'm not going to sit inside. We're going to do quite a bit here. I'm going to do a bit more here today. The day's not done yet. So anyways, if you guys like the content, subscribe. Hit the notification bell on the bottom there, and that way when I upload my new videos, which is going to be more often, you'll get to see them first. And like the video if you do like the content. I appreciate that, and it helps you out, especially when you're trying to build up a channel like I'm doing. We have a wonderful community here, a wonderful amount of people are already starting to join in on this, and it's every one of you make it special. You really do. It's been quite an experience, and it's getting better every day. So again, I'm going to cut this off for now, and Lord willing, I will be back to see you guys tomorrow with a new video. And I hope you enjoyed today, and if nothing else, just try to live simply and remain grateful. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.